This American Dream segment is brought to you by Aquino & Lowe Law Firm, answering your immigration questions.
If you're an avid viewer of Kababayan Today, or Kababayan LA Now, Kababayan Today, I'm sure you've seen that billboard so many times over the last 5 years that we've been together. You've gotten to know attorneys Allison Aquino and Richard Lowe, and Aquino & Lowe Law Firm. They have helped so many of our kababayans, and we're going to meet some of them this afternoon on the program. Joining us on the phone right now is one of their clients, Katrina. Hello and welcome to Kababayan Today, Katrina.
Hello.
Kamusta?
Mabuti po. Kamusta po?
Mabuti naman. So, what was your case? Anong naging problema at iniharap mo kay Attorney Allison Aquino?
Well, I got my green card through marriage. We got civilly married, but my husband was working in San Francisco that time, and I was living in Los Angeles. So, the main problem and the main concern was how to prove that our marriage is real.
Yes.
Because we're going to be living separately. Plus, my family didn't want us to live together yet until we got married in the church.
That's very Filipino. Okay, so that was the problem. Allison, was it a problem? When she came to you, it doesn't sound so complicated.
Well, it is actually a big concern for immigration. But first and foremost, let me say congratulations to Katrina and her husband, Remel, who just had a little baby, Mia, earlier in January.
So now they're living together. Congratulations. Congratulations.
But essentially, it is a big concern of immigration because every time a person applies for their green card based on marriage, the main concern of immigration is whether it's a legitimate and bona fide marriage. Yes. And essentially, that's why immigration also imposes that 2-year temporary residency, because what used to happen back in the day is that people would get their green card based on marriage and then get divorced right away. Okay. And so essentially, they take a look and they red flag, naturally, when a couple are not living together and they're applying based on being husband and wife. Right. Now, in their particular situation, like Katrina mentioned, her husband was working up in San Francisco, and she's working here down in Los Angeles, not to mention the personal reasons. But immigration, naturally, what some people try to do is they try to hide the fact that they're not living together.
So they just pretend.
They just pretend. They put down one address. They think that they're going to get lucky and immigration's not going to find out. Right. Obviously, in their situation, it would be very difficult to hide the fact that someone is working in San Francisco. Right. Obviously, they're living there as well. But you would be surprised to know the number of people who don't think things through. Right. And even in that scenario, they think that they can get away with claiming to live in Los Angeles, even though they're working in San Francisco.
So basically, your solution for this was tell the truth.
Absolutely.
And tell the reasons.
Tell the truth, tell the reasons, back it up, of course, with documentation regarding their relationship itself.
Katrina?
Yes?
Yes. So what made you decide to go with Aquino & Lowe? There's so many immigration lawyers out there. What made you decide to connect to them?
To be honest, Attorney Aquino was referred to us by a family friend, and couldn't be happier to have chosen her because she was very thorough, very nice to work with. She's very approachable, and she's very trustworthy. She helped us all the way through.
So what her reason, she explained earlier, one of the red flags was for USCIS is, husband and wife living away from each other. Were you comfortable with the idea of just telling the truth? Were you scared a little bit? What was that like for you?
It was scary, but, as attorney advised us, there's no way to go around it but tell the truth and just back it up because there's really nothing to hide anyway. So she told us to put together all documents that we may have to prove that this marriage is legit, like plane tickets when we go see each other, our bank accounts, our title, car titles, everything that would support this marriage.
Right.
And he just supported us by just, telling the truth. She was actually with us in our interview with the USCIS when I was getting my green card, which was awesome. We felt really confident with her.
Right. So, yeah, it's always easier to tell the truth anyways. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for sharing your story with us.
You're welcome.
So, do you do this with all clients? You accompany them. I got my green card through them as well. And Attorney Richard Lowe was there to accompany me during my interview as well. So you do that. So personal service.
Yes, we accompany people. We try to treat them as the part of the family. Like we know that they want to be treated special, and all our clients are special. And just one thing about the truth, it's easy sometimes for people to believe that they can concoct a story that's going to be more believable than the truth.
Right.
But the truth is always the best way to go. And that's the first thing that we tell our clients is you have to tell the truth no matter what it is.
And up to what extent is the coaching that you give your clients when it comes to interviews? Do you give them questions in advance? Do you practice? Do you just give them an idea of what questions they might encounter?
We go through the interview with them. We pretend that we're the officer. We go through their file. We ask them the questions that we think the officer will ask. We ask them tough questions. We probably ask them more questions and more difficult questions than the officer asks, so that they're very well prepared for what's going to happen.
Personalized attention and service, and you need that, especially for more serious cases, which we will have in the next block, because one of your clients actually went through removal proceeding. Yes, very serious. How did you get out of that? When we return on the show, don't go away.